Robert Covington, the Sixers really need his shooting to help space the floor for number 8 Okafor, and he dips in and misses. Kevin Love averaging just under 12 rebounds.
I have to make some adjustments defensively tonight. A great matchup and a great test for that ability going up against a guy as versatile.
Especially on the defensive end. Very used to running to the rim. This league now is all about the stretch fours, as they call them, the power forwards who can shoot from the outside. And Stauskas, it's all about the stretch fours, as they call them, the power forwards who can shoot from the outside. And Stauskas stuck on his idol there, LeBron James, who is the man. A shot that he had to receive in his back at anti-inflammatory. He's playing about 34 minutes a night.
Mozgov throughout the NBA Finals, really the whole playoff run. Too easy.
Kevin Love signed a 5-year deal with Cleveland during the offseason. Lynch Noel taking a seat. Nick Stauskas is out. Hollis Thompson for the first time. Thompson, the starter in the first 2 games. Covington comes up with a turnover. The third for the Cavaliers.
Down baseline for that little right-handed jump hook.
Covington swiping it from Mozgov. Covington for 3. Okafor pulling it down and
kind of bursts out of the huddle, and then the huddle moves. Well, that's a lack of spacing. Not a lot can be done in those tight spaces. We're trying to do the opposite here on basketball.
Jefferson
moves. Well, that's a lack of spacing. Not a lot can be done in those tight spaces. We're trying to do the opposite here on basketball.
Jefferson getting up and down the floor at 35. Stauskas, a starter tonight in for him. Covington will be limited in minutes, around 24, 26. Said Brett Brown before the game. Good spacing by the Cavaliers. LeBron James missing the 3. And that's McConnell. And a great job by McConnell to keep his dribble.
So huge, and we've talked about it throughout the course of the early season already, Mark. Good point guards never pick up their dribbles. Always keep it alive.
Noel off the...
And I think we're seeing why a guy like Brett Brown really does stress the defensive end, because once you're engaged on that end of the floor, the offense seems to click. It's sort of lends itself.
Little Okafor back on the floor as well. LeBron James. Thompson has to deal with him. May the force be with him. Noel looming, rimming it. Noel's
back with a good play.
You think LeBron perhaps had one approach to this game as he beautifully got it into Della Vedova. And now that he sees the way the game is going, perhaps shifts his...
I believe it was Covington pushed into Grant, hence Grant at the line.
Yeah.
Yeah, what was their point exactly?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Grant rolling in, denied by Thompson and LeBron James. Covington saying his... Grant rolling in, denied by Thompson and LeBron James. Covington saying his prayers as the runaway train has started the night. 21 points for becoming the youngest in NBA history to hit for 25,000. Time in the old American Basketball Association back in the day, late 60s, early 70s. And we'll take a timeout.
But like I said, you just cannot put that moment in the words. You just live that moment. And now when I go to the barbershop, that's all we talk about.
Hey, great to have you back. Thanks for your time.
Pleasure's mine. Thanks for being here.
Mark and Alla, back up to you.
Molly, thank you so much. And Alla, I'm thinking about Clement Johnson recalling the late, great Moses Malone with the knowledge that he went against him in practice, who's played so well off the bench. Okafor over the 7-footer Mozgov, and it's retrieved by LeBron James, the 6th Thompson.
I'd love to see Jeremy work on that left-handed release so he'd have his body there as we take a look at the post-up by Love and the finish. Jeremy Grant needs Duquesne. Wasn't it until, Jim Ferry gets there and then he decides to transfer.
Okafor blocking James. Love for a 3.
Keep it simple. Back the defender down and finish around the rim.
LeBron James content right now to just give it up as Mo Williams laces a 3. Carr Sampson, by the way, for the first time, number 9 for the Sixers. In to guard a guy he grew up watching, LeBron James. He went to his high school in Akron.
Well, Iman Shumpert's arm might be hurting as we take a look at the play down low with LeBron.
Before now, Thompson leaning on him. Rebound to Sampson. LeBron James knocked it away. By the way, Nerlens Noel back for the Sixers when all is said. Sampson, LeBron James knocked it away. By the way, Nerlens Noel back for the Sixers when all is said and done. Cavaliers have it. James teeing up a 3. And Noel may have been held inside, or did he do the floor whenever he wants?
Not overwhelming, certainly going to blow by anybody, but it's again, he's judicious with his changing of speeds, and it makes defenders have to guess at times.
LeBron James, bit more shooting the technical free throw, and he's got 8 points, 13 away from 20.
Land, which is a no-no, called the violation on him.
James Jones drills the three. He's made a career out of that. The 35-year-old back for another. James, the lob for Thompson.
You head into the tunnel.
Holmes is replaced by Jeremy Grant. Noel takes over against LeBron James. Under a minute to play in the first half. James missing. Another, it spills off. Thompson unleashing James. One more to Cunningham. Suddenly it's a 5-point affair.
I'm looking for Cunningham the whole way. Got it to him quickly in transition.
8 assists now for James as Scar Sampson picks up 2 with the left hand. Their home opener the other night against the Utah Jazz.
What a difference 48 hours makes, huh,
Yeah.
partner?
Yeah. James with a head of steam just lays it in, blown by Nerlens. Stauskas with Mozgov, the 7-footer looming. Now you see the Cavaliers just picking it up on the defensive end of the floor, and that time Williams does get this third quarter. Canada miss. Noel nearly put it back. James on the run with company, already put it back. James on the run with company, already with 8 assists, and that should be his 9th. Make it 10 assists in the game for LeBron James of this third quarter. And many times coach will say, you know what, the other team's on a run, I need a guy to just get me a bucket. Maybe Okafor turns out to be that.
Hopefully they'll have an answer from time to time.
Robert Covington now in charge of LeBron James, and again all hands on deck. James with a dozen. James with a dozen. Covington for 3. Okafor pulling it down in a Covington for 3. Okafor pulling it down in a crowd, and he's fouled. James was in there, so was Tristan. Stauskas with double vision. LeBron James back off the bench. And many came just to see that. Stauskas with double vision. LeBron James back off the bench. And many came just. Stauskas hits a pair. The Sixers dead last by far in the NBA in free throw shooting last year, over 83% in this game. James continues to assert himself. Sixers down 11. The Cavaliers could get a final look here. About 8 seconds separating the clocks. Neither team
Execute that time. Perfect execution by the Sixers. The right way to start the fourth quarter.
Stauskas, by the way, his third three. He's got 15 to tie a career high. LeBron James with 18. Cannon, nicely done for Noel, and a foul. Nice drop off by Isaiah Cannon. Hollis Thompson strapping onto LeBron James.
To his advantage that time. Again, the thing that I liked most was you could tell Jaleel had his mind made up that there's nothing finesse or pretty about this. We're just going to go straight to the basket, dare him to stop us. The floor and giving up their body. Got to walk the ball.
Thompson for 3. LeBron James, his company. Dellavedova for James. Wow!
Got to walk the ball.
Thompson for 3. LeBron James, his company.
To think that someone like that can sit back in the weeds, so to speak, and then when needed, turns it on in an instant and has the answer. Pretty impressive.
The lob for James, and there it is. 3, and now the Cavaliers seemingly in control, led by this guy. Jefferson, wide open for 3. and down it goes.
Exactly.
High school, of course. Will Chamberlain did not, and he was third.
Exactly. Kareem also went to college. Michael Jordan, albeit for only a couple years, went to college. So LeBron. What's impressed me about the Cavs as well is down big early, no panic. They realize that there's more left that they can turn on too much, and it's going to be dry.
Absolutely. Covington with a shot clock running down. Robert Covington, a season debut after that knee issue, 1 for 9 and 0 for 5 from beyond. LeBron James, the Cavaliers give it